Hello everybody, this is T with Kate's Crafted Closet, and today I have the new color challenge sponsored by Create at Home with G and Elf Creations over on Facebook. So if you want to join in on the challenge and post your projects, I'll link everything in the description box below. This month's color challenge was orange, yellow, and black. So here is the card that we are going to make today using those colors. So there's several of us that participated. This is my first time in a few months because I've been away on some personal matters, but now I'm back and I'm great to be back. And so I'll link everybody's YouTube channels as well in the bottom, so make sure you go check out their projects as well. And okay, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I went ahead and did is, this is a standard A2 size card, which is measured 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I went ahead and die cut 2 of these stitched rectangle frames from My Favorite Things. And I already went ahead and adhered the one on the inside already. And the one on the top is going to be ready in a second. So first thing off, we will go ahead and do our little sentiment thing. So the pinstripes on here, as you can see, are just little strips of scrap black cardstock. They are all different sizes, but I can tell you this, that there are not larger than 1/4 of an inch. So they're all 1/4 of an inch or lower. So I didn't want it to be symmetric. I just like, okay, whatever works for you, works for me, blah, blah. That's how it goes. So we got a sentiment with the word hello from this stamp set from Graffiti. So let's go ahead and ink up our hello. I'm using this Fun Stampers Journey Orange Rave True Color Fusion. So it's kind of like a little bit more brighter orange. So I'm going to stamp this a few times, so because each time it will get a little bit darker. And see how it's light. So we do it maybe 3 times. I think that's kind of what I did on the last one. Okay. And my stand is in the way here. So, but that's okay. We'll get it done. And one more time. And that should do. I like that. So got that. Now that we have our stamping done, I'm going to go ahead and adhere my foam squares onto the back of it, because next we're going to be doing our flowers, and I don't want to squish the flowers by turning it over and put it on those foam squares. So let's just go ahead and do that now. You know, I'm very generous with the foam squares because I have a large stash of them. So go. Got this one. And then we have one more, and then we can start putting our other elements of the card on here. Okay, there we go. So for the flowers, I made those myself. I used a rolled flower die. This is the one I used. This one is retired, but stay tuned. I'm going to have something coming along down the lines for everyone. So we got that one. And what I had done is I took some regular white copy paper because I didn't have any orange or yellow copy paper. And I just went ahead and took that ink pad direct to the paper. And then I went ahead and die cut it out. So for the orange was the orange rave. So our flower, our sentiment color matches one of our flowers. And then I went ahead and used same Fun Stampers Journey Color Fusion ink, which means that it's pigment and dye, so its coverage is a little bit easier. This is Lemon Drop for the yellow flowers. And here is what the result was when I did it. It almost looks like, hey, that didn't even look like that's ink pad on there. So, and that's what that looks like after you're done. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get our, and I'll have a tutorial on how I make my flowers coming soon. I'm just waiting on some few things. So next I also did was took some, this is some Fun Stampers Journey, I want to say it's called Forest Green cardstock, and I used this leaf dies. This is from Crafter's Companion, and I went ahead and die cut some leaves out for our cards. And I normally take, I just need 2, so I usually kind of, now you notice that that card, the stripes are on one side, and then I did this card on the opposite side. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of eyeball where we would want our leaves to go, and then we'll just, I usually just put a little bit of glue on the bottom piece to hold it down, just in case I may want to change my mind and I don't have to pull out a lot. So I think I'm okay with that placement of that, because we can just arrange our flowers to stay where we want them to stay. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this leaf, like and put some down here on this leaf as well, on the stem, and we're just going to adhere that down right there. And same thing with these leaves. There's a little bit too much glue, but that's okay. That's where we use our handy dandy tool, finger tool. It's like my most used tool in my craft room. Okay, so there we have that. And for, here's our flowers. We have 2 yellow and an orange flower. So I'm just going to kind of see where I want to place them, and then I'll go ahead and adhere it down. I'm going to use a different glue. You can use hot glue because it grabs quickly, but I'm not using hot glue today for the sake of, I don't want to burn myself by accident. So I'm going to use some Aleene's tacky glue because it's thick and it really works really well. So I like the placement of my flowers. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this Aleene's, and hopefully it comes out the first time. There we go. See how thick it is? So it's easier. It doesn't run, and it works pretty well because I used that on the last card, but I've also used hot glue as well. I have a low temp glue gun. So add some more on this one. Okay. Then for same thing on that last flower. Come on. There we go. Got some glue coming out of there. And then we're going to put, and I always use odd numbers because it just looks good on the eye. So here we have that part. And so I'm going to close up my glue here before I lose the tip or it starts to clog. Okay, and then we're going to add, finally, we're going to add some little black pearls that I have. So we're just going to go ahead and put them on our card. So I'm going to put one here, put the larger one up there. Okay, and then we got 2 more. So we've got one here, 2 smaller ones, and one here. Okay, we'll close up that glue. And we have 1. And 1 more. Okay. Now because it's kind of still wet, I'm not really going to turn it over and take off all of the foam squares and adhere it to the front of the card and sphere so it doesn't fall off, but essentially that's what it will look like. And so here is, we bring in the other card as well. See them side by side. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. Make sure you check out everybody's videos for this month's challenge. Like I said, again, it is yellow, orange, in black. So again, thank you very much, and y'all have a crafty day.